This is an old 46 model tractor I got a while back. When I first started looking for some equipment, all I could find was a piece of a cultivator. I could tell it fit this tractor because there's no gauge wheels, and there's got the hanging brackets with it. After straightening it out, putting it on here, I took the guess with it, but I couldn't see how it would run along without digging down in the dirt and installing the tractor. I said it ought to have wheels on it. Later on I found this in a trailer load of stuff going to Bubba's scrapyard. Guy pulled it off and let me have it. I could tell right off the David Bradley hanging equipment. It's got the hanging bracket on it and part of one of the hanging rods. But it also got the wheels on it. So now I know that the wheels are supposed to be on my cultivator. So I started digging around on the internet and found a guy in Pennsylvania that had a cultivator frame he was willing to sell. It was too far for me to drive to get it, but I talked him into taking it apart and taking the parts off I need and shipping them to me. And the wheels were some of those parts. So I'm going to fix these wheels up and try to mount them on this cultivator frame. They've been brazed back together at least once, but they're still repairable. Now another thing I couldn't see is why you could put a plow on this without the rollers. Here's a saddle off of another newer tractor, but it won't fit this one without drilling the holes out. Plus this piece of metal here is a lot thinner than the one on the new tractors. If somebody knows how they mounted a plow on this, let me know. This is a lot thicker on the newer tractor. I'll show you something else too. This is a shut-off switch. It's called a momentary switch. The company sells these as starter switches or low oogle horns or whatever you want to use it for. It's a normally open switch. When you mash down on it, you close the circuit and grounds out the magneto. On these little Harbor Freight motors, it's easy to mount. You just unplug the wire and hook it up. With an on-off switch, you can pull it by 8 or 10 times before you find out the switch is turned off. With the momentary switch, it's always in the on position. These little switches are pretty inexpensive. They seem to be weatherproof and well made. All you do is make a little bracket for it. Mount one wire to ground and the other wire to the magneto switch. I got these from a little company called Surplus Center. They're about $5. The shipping is going to cost more than the switch does. So if you decide to order some, get 3 or 4 of the switches. You'll find a lot of use for them. Use them on your old tractor as a starter switch, loader horn, or whatever. Putting water in your tire, trying to get some weight on your tractor. You get these off of eBay or Tractor Supply. They cost about $7. Let you put water in your tire, let it in and out, adjust your pressure. This is going to take a little bit of doing. I'm going to hammer this out cold. A lot of this old metal it's not wrought iron, it's low carbon steel, but most of the time I can bend it out cold and I haven't heated. I got a little blacksmith shop where I can heat these parts, but I don't believe I have to heat them. All right, taking up enough of your time. Thanks for watching.